My name is William McMichael, and I'm the creator of the Free the 631 movement. I created this movement in response to the state of New York failure to enact further legislation for the 631 men and women, myself included, who were left out of the state raise the age bill that went into law in 2018. The raise the age bill put an end to a 50-year law that even Governor Cuomo called an injustice, where 16 and 17-year-olds were prosecuted as adults. However, when state legislators passed the bill was not made retroactive to apply to the 631 of us who have been in prison since the ages of 16 and 17. We are now in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. New York State cannot pass a law ending in injustice and not pass further legislation for the 631 men and women who were affected by that injustice. That doesn't make sense. It must be addressed immediately. To our benefit, we are in an era where criminal justice reform is a hot topic because of the United States mass incarceration problem and failing criminal justice system. So the timing cannot be better to address this issue. However, we cannot do it alone. We can only do it with the help of the public. All we are asking for is for the governor of New York State to commute our uplifting sentences, the reasonable sentences, to give us an opportunity to live a productive life outside prison walls. We do not know what it's like to live as an adult in society, pay bills, go food shopping, have a job, or do the things adults do. So I ask that you listen to a few of the men who are part of the 631, and after listening, if you are interested, I will give you the information to the oral opposition. The next person will talk now. Please give us a few seconds. Good evening. So I'm one of 631 individuals who remain in prison for acts committed at 16 and 17. I would like to bring some clarity to our grievance. So, in 2017, the New York State Legislature passed the Raise Age Bill. This bill went into effect October 1st, 2018 for individuals committed to crimes at 16, and October 1, 2019 for individuals committed to crimes at 17. However, this bill is problematic for several reasons. This bill does not apply to individuals such as myself who committed their acts before these states, which is a violation of the 14th Amendment under Equal Protection, and here's why. The New York State Legislature passed this bill based on neuroscience. Neuroscience establishes that adolescent brains are not fully developed, specifically the frontal lobe, which governs emotion, the ability to think complex, and avoid peer pressure. This establishes that teenage underdeveloped mind is an innate part of human brain development. And so it is not that every 16 or 17-year-old will commit a crime. However, what neuroscience establishes is that 16 and 17-year-old brains are innately underdeveloped, and if placed in the right circumstances and environment, are more susceptible to risky behaviors than adults. This means that regardless of what year a person was 16 or 17, whether it was 1985, 1995, or 2005, or 2019, those 16 or 17-year-olds still possess underdeveloped minds. And so, New York State denying us this release is a violation under the 14th Amendment under Equal Protection. And there is no logical or principal reason for denying us this release. This would be like if when the U.S. passed the 13th Amendment, they said that blacks who were born after June 1865 were free from slavery, however those that were born before this were not. This is an absurd argument. And I'd like to also add some clarity to our issue. Contrary to popular belief, the Raise the Age law does not set us free from responsibility. This is strictly about crime and punishment. It means that those who committed crimes at 16 and 17-year-olds should be penalized less than those in adults. For example, instead of giving a 16 and 17-year-old like myself 25 to life for a crime for a homicide committed at 17, the court can then give us something like 15 years of life to allow us to grow and develop. Like giving us extended periods of time in prison gives the judicial system the ability to see if we have matured. I myself have matured immensely. I'm in the process of finishing my bachelor's degree. I have an HIV license and a Latino interpreter. Throughout my years in growth and development, I have matured into a adult, have respect for life and humanity, and developed into an ethical person. Our plight is to understand that New York State's decision to deny this relief is nothing more than power politics that are not a part of the established central dogma as it pertains to progressive politics. My name is Dale Francis. The number is 10-8-10-6-7. I'm currently 14 years in on a 25-year sentence. When I was 21 years of age, I was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to this time. 21 25 years. My crime was committed when I was 16 years old. In just 2 more years, I will have served more time in incarceration than I have in my entire existence of life on this planet. There are several of us who suffer from these injustices. Excuse me, this is a very touchy subject for me. But at 16 years old, the male human brain, specifically the frontal lobe, responsible for so many emotions and the vital thinking process of understanding our actions, isn't fully developed. In fact, science says it isn't fully developed until we're 25 years of age. So I look at this injustice, I look at these sentences that we're being given, and all I see is the perpetuation of slavery. All I see is the perpetuation of the demoralization, the destabilization, mentally, physically, and emotionally, of African American youth. At 16 years old, I didn't even understand all that I knew. And I really didn't know all that I thought I did know. 25 years? 25 years? I look back at my 16-year-old self and I see where I was lost. I see where I was misled. I see where I was indoctrinated. I see the conditions of my community. And their systematic purposes. So I had to ask myself at 16 years old, I'm raised in the projects. Drugs, gangs, violence, the norm. All systematically placed for the destabilization of the African American community and the African American home. Where you can separate a father from their child, a mother from their child, a child from their parents, and implement your indoctrination into that individual. You can be held responsible for that individual's actions. That time, well, the time is now for reparations, which have been overdue. I hold no grandeur claims or thoughts of my situation. I understand fully now. At 31 years of age, I understand fully now why you don't want to let us out of prison. I understand fully now. We hear a lot about criminal justice reform. But when we see the minutes, when we see the transcripts from these meetings of these committees, we only see reform inside the facilities. We see no reform to what led to us being placed inside of these facilities. So what you tell me is you driving force in what incarcerated us in the first place. I don't want to come across as though I put off the circumstances of my current situation on the establishment, on the government. I mean, we all know the truth about that. It is what it is. What I'm saying is this. The New York State Department of Corrections is not a Department of Corrections. It is a Department of Perpetual Oppression, Abuse, the destabilization mentally, physically, the demoralization mentally, emotionally, the separation, and a continued oppression and slavery of African American youth. I've come to learn numerous trades. I've come to learn a great deal of my heritage, where I come from. I've come to be able to verbalize myself, verbally articulate myself rather, in a manner in which would limit physical and violent altercations. None of which is owed to the Department of Corrections, all of which is owed to my self-evaluation, my self-teaching. And all we ask is if you hear us, if you hear this, if you're listening to this, it's for the proper chance to correct ourselves. This is not working. You cannot take us out of unstable environments and push us into an even more unstable environment and call it justice. Give us the chance to properly correct ourselves. Give us the chance to properly amend our wrongs and amend those wrongs with whom we have wronged. Give us a chance to show prosperity, forward progress, understanding in a civilized society. We will never get that here. In conclusion, I say this. Look out your window, walk down the street and look at any child you see. And see one of the 631 waiting to happen. See one of the 631. See one of the 631 currently suffering under these circumstances. See one of the 631 who have educated themselves, who have grown, who have developed into men, conscious, aware, understanding, loving, caring men, ready to be productive in society. My name is Del Francis. Committed my crime when I was 16 years old in self-defense. I spent 5 years on Rikers Island. I was 21 years old. I was wrongfully convicted, sentenced to 25 years of life. In just 2 years, I will have served more time in incarceration that I have served, that I have lived on this planet. My name is Alvin Mills. I'm one of the 631. Not going to say a lot of eloquent things, but I'd rather just let my heart speak for itself. So, this is the casket seller. Well, excuse me, sir, if I can have a few minutes of your time, it won't take long. I would like to know if you would be interested in buying a custom-made real-life casket. Why you? Well, you're relatively small, and my manufacturer specializes in those particular types. How old are you? 16. That's perfect. Now, I don't know if you are aware,
saying? But at the rate your generation is going, these things may be in short supply by the time you reach 21. So you may want to jump on this offer now. Well, what do you mean? No, boy, you haven't even heard my price yet. Now, just hear me out. I normally sell one adolescent casket for $200. And given the high mortality rate of your people, I'd say that's a great deal. But I've got an even better one for you. Seeing as your people normally read in packs, I'm willing to throw in an extra toddler casket for a little sister or brother who's bound to be hit by a stray bullet or three while your role models war over public property and who has the exclusive right to supply your mother's crack addiction. What? Did I say something wrong? Boy, you look hurt. I'm giving you the opportunity to invest in your future. What's $200 to a kid like you anyway, huh? A pair of sneakers? A bag of dope? Use your brain, son. Make your mother proud to know that you were smart enough to make a decision based upon an understanding of your station in life. Just imagine the look upon her ebony face as we pull up in my truck and unload two pristine, custom-made caskets for her babies. She shed tears of joy. Well, what do you mean you still don't want it? Boy, I don't understand. I'm giving you the opportunity of a... Oh, you're going to be somebody in life. Well, you still have dreams. Well, I guess you aren't as smart as you look. Thank you. And you know what, just on the outro, man, to all the leaders out there, all the people who care, just know that we here, and y'all forgot about us. Thank you.
And there you have it. That was a few for the 631. We thank y'all for listening. And if y'all interested in supporting this petition, Justice for Juveniles, you can find the link to the petition on my Facebook page at William J. McMichael. And you can also find it on Instagram in my bio at justices_4_juveniles.